guys, welcome back to another video with me, Sker Ritual, and today my friends, we are back on Sker Ritual doing Sewers of the Dead. We may be taking on the hardcore Easter egg, but we are definitely going to be doing the regular Easter egg because I have been waiting to play this map because I am super excited. This is by far one of my all-time favorite Sker Ritual maps. I really love this mechanic right here, that to actually escape the spawn room, you have to literally destroy that nest and then buy that door. So cool. This guy, on the other hand, is probably my least favorite mini-boss just because he's an absolute tank. What? Ah, man, I've gone down already. I think I'm going to go ahead and restart. You can't say that this map doesn't have an eerie feel to it or that it doesn't have atmosphere, because this map, in my opinion, has a lot of atmosphere. This is why, by far, this is one of my favorite maps. So one of my favorite things is that you start in like an inside confined space and then you work your way out and you can see greenery. We're in the woods. We can go through the train cart. We can take out these things to be able to access new areas that we weren't able to access previously. And yeah, I just love this platforming. But I don't love this guy. As I said before, he is a pain. And this by far is one of my favorite wonder weapons, special weapons. But the little downside to it is the fact that it's not very powerful. The rate of fire is a little bit of a letdown. On the early rounds, you could probably say that the plague does slap a bit, and it definitely does. But as it starts to get hectic, because the rate of fire is just that bad, it really isn't that viable unless you have a decent class for it. For example, Flash Force. This is a really good thing to have with the plague. If we do this, we can see that it's ever so slightly, with Swift Death as well on top, it does make the rate of fire a little faster. And I absolutely love the fact that there are these hives that you can't break, or these nests, but you can actually break them once you obtain the plague. I think that is such a good mechanic. Now we need to take out 8 of these, and this is our final one, and just like that, it is done. I'm actually going to hit lucky, and that's good. That was lucky. I just got a tier 1 AK. Let's do this one. This is another really good step. This is the sort of thing we're going to want to see in House of the Damned, and hopefully they can expand upon it and make it a little bit trickier. But I really do like this. It's something that you have to solve, and if you hadn't watched the guide, this would have been like really tricky at first, and then it would have been really cool to have actually like learnt it, I suppose. And there we go. That's our first key obtained. And by the way, if you can hear any loud noises, the window's open, and I also live on an ambulance rat run, so literally every single 5 minutes there'll be an ambulance that goes past, and I'm just really unlucky with it. And we now need to be careful because the speed freaks are going to come in with their coins. There we go. But yeah, I like this one. This is another good step. This is why I love sewers so much. We are now going into where you can supercharge, but unfortunately I don't have any points for supercharging, and bang, there we go. The door is going to open and we have ourselves a key, everybody. Now we can open this up, pick up that, and let's go and do the zombie escort mission. Looking at our miracles, we have critical fire. I will take that. Since they add the PPSH, it's actually been a while since I started using this weapon, because I was using this weapon all the time. But also, for anyone who didn't know, they actually patched it into this map, so it's there for you. And let's go ahead and interact with this and get this guy to move. Come on, put the helmet on his head. There we go. Definitely want to look at investing into elixir of health. Really, I need to get this zombie to move, so I'm gonna have to put money into that, which is a big sad. Let's get this thing out of the catacombs, get away from here and get closer to the surface. So we've got him to move, and we just need to now get him into this sewer area, and then we have done it, buddy. We can say we have successfully done this step. He is just gonna go on there nice, and he's not gonna mess about. Thank you, dude. And let's just pull those valves, and then we can go down here, pick up our final key. So after absolutely butchering what I'm trying to say there, that is our 3rd out of 4 keys, or our 3rd key out of 4. I have no idea. That's number 1 now because I let it fail as we didn't have too long left, and usually I can run across the map, but I didn't want to have to. And that's our 2nd one. Let's go and do our 3rd and 4th. That's our 3rd one, and that's our 4th one. And just like that, the Rat King has spawned. And stay still so I can take you out. Here's the knife. Let's go. What? We are back. I had to get myself back to where we were. I have got myself back to where I want to be. We are not quitters. We are going to go ahead and get ourselves into this circle. I'm really glad that we didn't give up, to be honest, because this is my favorite map. I've also got a much better game going. I took out the Rat King on round 6. I did it as my second objective. I also got myself Swift Death because I just thought, well, we need that extra fire rate, especially where the plague could seriously do with a buff. So Wales Interactive, if you're watching this, please buff the fire rate on this gun. It really needs it. I do like one thing, the power of the plague is definitely a lot better than what it was on launch. I just need it to have that better fire rate. When you do have a decent mix of miracles, you can definitely get this thing to fire really fast. I just wish we didn't have to rely on it. 37%, nice. This is probably the hardest soul step, simply just because it's such a confined space. Man, we're getting through these rounds. Round 14, 64%. Ooh, okay, half price. Oh my goodness, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Yes, I just made it. I got myself my PPSH upgraded. 83%, we're almost done. Not far now, and then we will be going in to the boss fight. 95%, we just need 4 more kills and we are done. There we go. Before we go, I want to get myself fast hands. As we've said throughout this series, fast hands is good. You know, speed reload. I think the other reason why I like this map, it gives me Rave in the Redwoods feels. I would love to see Sker Ritual take on that Rave in the Redwoods theme. That would be so cool, the cabin in the woods kind of thing, along with having that rave style where it had all those colors and crazy shit. We are ready. Let's put that in and let's get ready to teleport. So there's the stranger and we're inside of his mind, so let's get attacking. Now we need to go under and we need to also avoid these abominations. Just like that, we have taken out his mind and time to go back up top. But just that rate of fire is the only thing that really lets down the plague. But here we go, nearly completed it, but we are out of ammo, so we are going to just have to get there, my dude. Thank you very much, abomination, and let's just go for this. There we go. We have defeated the stranger and we have completed Sewers of the Dead. However, I am going to do the hardcore Easter egg because I believe I can do it, so we're going to do that. I'm going to switch out the plague weapon though and get myself the god killer, but first of all we need to shoot the stranger, then we want to go ahead and pick up the god killer. Okay, the god killer is inside of the water thingy, and there we go. We can I was trying to skip paying for that door and that didn't really work out. There we go, our final one is in the catacombs, and now it's time to go and interact. Let's interact with that, and that's going to spawn a Bala, and that spin attack is going to be what gets you killed. Look at this. Everybody says the PPSH is bad, but just look how much damage this thing can do. It's more or less when you do it to the head, so you've got to damage the Bala's head. This thing is not a fake PPSH. Okie dokie, it's time to do the north-south, the compass step, I would call this. Whoa. Okay, I'm getting damaged here. Let's try and spam some god killer, and I'm just gonna go check that that is okay, but damn. And we got our first light on. Get me out of here. Little speed freak's trying to get me. This is supposed to be set to Phoenix. That's our second one done. Now we need Spartan and Medusa. So that's Spartan done, and now we just need to go and do Medusa. As easy as doing that. Oakley Dokley, is now time to go all the way down to the train cart, go back to the compass, and let's get this guy dead. And also get the heck out of it because, wow. And we have him down to half health now, and a stranger has spawned. And damn, this guy's like some Kung Fu master. Here, have some of that. Have some of the PPSH, which apparently is fake. And look at this. Look how bad this thing is against the regular stranger. And then when I'm on Ashes of Sker Hotel, it destroys Isaac in like 3 seconds. So another reason why I really like this map, or probably have tendencies to like this map, is because, well, I'm a huge fan of rats and guinea pigs and rodents. At the moment in my household, I own or have 4 guinea pigs. I have a hamster. I've had numerous rodents in the past. Honestly, I am a huge rat fan. I want rats though. I've never had a rat. I want a rat. I really want a rat. They look so cool and so cute and so sociable. So recently there's been a bit of a decline for the Sker community, and especially like how many players there are. Definitely I've seen the change in viewership. There has been some changes. You know, I think everybody is going to come back when House of the Dam comes out, but it's really crucial that Wales Interactive introduce something, some sort of feature to allow people to make progression on the weapons, because when I reviewed it, it was amazing. You know, all this progression and stuff. enough. But now I've got to the end of the game, I'm thinking, well, what do I do between updates? Because there's only so many times you can run for a high round before it kind of like feels like, what's the point? Especially when it's all god killer after a certain round. I mean, you can challenge yourself to use other weapons, but I feel like they're not even really that fun to do that with. So I just really hope that they bring in some sort of grind for them, then also give them a bit of a buff as well, and bring in more weapons along the way, because I really love this game and I just want to see it succeed. Like, there is a big percentage of people that want a camo grind, but not a lot of people as well do, because there's this mix and divide between old veterans of World at War versus people who play like the more modern games like Cold War. I mean, I originally come from World at War, but I like progression and I really like the style of BO3 where we have levels, we have camos. I like BO4 even more, and I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but the reason why I like BO4 was because it had a ton of challenges as opposed to BO3. BO3 was really good, don't get me wrong, it was the god of its time, but in terms of challenges and calling cards and things to be earned, BO4, as much as people didn't like it and it got bad reception, that just, you can't even beat it. It just had a lot of progression for zombies. Now, I don't want to consider this game as the Call of Duty killer that everybody has called it, because, you know, I feel like that kind of puts a lot of the fan base on a bad sort of term with each other, because you've got these people who are coming in going, well, this isn't going to kill Call of Duty, but you need to remember, this isn't really the idea that developers had. It actually started out as a passion project, as something to try and see if they were any good at it, because Wales Interactive are actually really popular for their movie video games as opposed to first-person shooters. So there's the seal, and this was really just a side project to see if they could produce something, and then it ended up taking off. It was put on Patreon and everything, and people just loved it, so they decided to roll with it. They've been rolling with it. Whether or not this game was going to have a future was uncertain, because it was a passion project. It was just a side project more than anything. Yeah, that was yet to be seen, but I really hope that Wales Interactive continue to update it. I think they've done an amazing job so far. I just definitely think that there is going to just need to be something extra for a first-person shooter. They really need to consider some sort of progression for the weapons itself. So here we go. Let's put the seal in, and let's get this guy's health right down if we can. And it's going to be really slow here because I am using the God Killer, and it's actually not that fast. But if I take my rate of fire one and I also pop my ultimate, I should be able to get that in. I also need to be careful though, because there should be ballas of Undying spawning fairly soon to try and take me out. But yeah, this will be our third hardcore Easter egg on the road to House of the Damned. I will be doing the last part of this series, which will be Deadly Lover's Fortress, my final playthrough for a little while of this game until House of the Damned comes out, because I'm sure I will probably do a playthrough on that as well, a playthrough style video in the same style as these post launch. I will also be doing a review of the map as well, because I wanted to do that. I thought that would be a really nice thing to do. So the ballas have definitely started to spawn. They are literally behind me, and I'm just going to keep running away. I hope that House of the Damned takes inspiration from this boss fight, because it can't be done in 7 seconds, you know. Like, you can definitely damage him and make him like go away in 7 seconds, and if you have a team of 4, I suppose you could do it in 7 seconds, but if you're playing on your own, 7 seconds seems very unlikely. And the fact that I've gone down really sucks. I think that was the Balor's Flame, which I've had that happen already before to me. Okay, so we're going to get the legendary Tornado Fire, then that. Alright, get some distance now and try and stay away from their fire. I was really like not taking them serious at all. I can't even travel back to get myself a life token, which sucks eggs. But we have got this, so don't worry. We just need to keep our distance, keep going under, finding where this brain needs to be damaged, and then we are all good. Okay, we're going to have to get ourselves back to half health and get ourselves back to where we were. I do wonder if we'll have like a wipeout attack in any of the boss fights coming in the future. I doubt we're going to get that in House of the Damned, but this is just like a topic that I'm wondering, where in some maps there's been mechanics where literally you get one hit, you're dead. There's on the Eisendrach, if you don't stand behind the thingy and you don't do enough damage, then you're going to, or you don't put down the Ragnaroks, then you get absolutely destroyed. I also think that the hardcore Easter egg should have different attack patterns. So maybe you could have this guy speaking to you, and like he starts doing real like damage somehow, flames everywhere. Maybe the floor becomes like flames and you have to jump. I don't know. It just would be crazy if they changed the attack patterns on you. There we go. Now we have to be careful. We have done it. We've beaten Sewers of the Dead on the hardcore Easter egg now, and I think we're gonna go through here and we are gonna quickly try to pick up a life token so that we don't die, because I would like to be able to leave this successfully if possible. We need to take out these ballers. Oh, that's quite fun. See, on normal difficulty, that's quite fun, because it seems to do like a ton of damage. There's so many ballers. There are actually so many of them. Just make the whole game a bunch of ballers. That would be really fun. Do like a sandbox mode. Custom mutations, who knows? That might be a thing. Okay, so now all there is to do is to get ourselves out of the level. But where the heck did that spawn? Oh yeah, the leave level is over here. Right, cool. Let's do that then. There we go. Just like that, we have completed it, my friends. Oh my goodness, that was a crazy one. That was absolutely crazy. That was evil. I'm hoping that I get absolute smooth sailing with Deadly Love's Fortress, but knowing my luck, I probably won't. And there we go. He runs again away from a radio tower. The absolute best cutscene comes from Deadly Love's Fortress. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, that is the third video, the third episode, and the third map complete on the road to House of the Damned. So if you guys are excited for House of the Damned, then make sure to tell me down in the comments down below. Also, smash like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you have post notifications turned on to all so that I have you guys covered for when the new guides come out for House of the Damned. Any playthroughs, everything, I will have you guys covered. Anyways, I was wishing you absolutely awesome, and I shall see you guys in my next video.